following program is intended for mature audiences.
It's the music, movies, and shows you love.
As if we care.
And hate.
You ain't gonna like it none.
And love to hate.
I didn't expect that at all.
This is the Broken Remote.
And coming to you live on tape on this Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. It's the best show you've never heard of. It is the Broken Remote. Rich Eggy here behind the wheel. Joining me, as always, or as usual, maybe not as always, is the great Will Oliner. How are you, sir?
Preach it. Yeah,
Preach,
from the sky, from the top.
Yeah, so it's funny. I have slowly been trying to get video elements added to the shows, both this and the Broken Helmet, which
Just
I do.
like the pros do.
Yeah, I gotta look the part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dress the part, look the part.
Fake it till you make it. That's why I wear a tailored suit no matter where I go.
Yes.
Be it work, the pool, doesn't matter.
I tell
brothel.
that to my wife in bed, but she just refuses to comply. So
yeah, he's like, Rich, please stop. I'm so sick of the sequins. You get them everywhere. Why is there glitter? Constantly with the glitter. I'm trying to make an appearance. I don't understand what I'm going for.
Facts. So I reviewed and looked into various online studios, of which I looked at probably the most utilized, which is currently StreamYard. And StreamYard was very easy to use. I looked into it. I kind of did a couple of test runs. And then I said, you know what? I really don't like the watermark up there in the corner. It does look pretty, jokey. So why don't I look into what the plans are? And unbeknownst to me, because when I did some research on this before, and I looked at it months and months ago, I was like, yeah, it's about $15 to $20 a month. Until I looked into it now, and the dollar figure was $50 a month. And I think it actually might have been more than that. And I think it might have been more than that, to be honest.
This new product that you love so much, we've decided to take it and make it a live service model so we can charge you $75 every single month.
Do you add anything to it for using this service?
No,
not
at all.
So that...
In fact, we're going to make you wear a leather gimp suit, Rich, while we tell you to call us daddy, and then we spank your ass raw while we ask for our money.
And that's what they do. And that has been the current beef that the online creator community has with StreamYard, is that I guess they basically doubled their price out of nowhere and started charging everybody. I mean, I don't know. There's a third tier. I don't know what the third tier costs, but for most people it was about $25 a month, and that's now to $50 a month.
Which is bonkers. It's like every other thing, dude, is just now live service that you pay monthly for. Which reminds me, by the way, for everyone listening to Broken Remote, now we are a live service podcast where now you have to spend a minimum of $35 every single month just for hearing every individual word. We will be garnishing wages if this is not basically impacted towards you, and it does affect your credit score.
Sorry about that.
Right, and we will not offer any more shows, and anything you're going to start paying, and we're going to start offering less.
Heck, we're going to do less. Yeah,
exactly.
Fuck you. Yeah.
That seems to be the course for all of these companies, and basically the economy in general, is you just get
like you
less
really like
for more.
Video game there. Yeah, like that video game or this streaming service. Be a shame if we actively made it worse with ads. In fact, we don't have a sponsor, but let's just throw an ad read in right now. Brought to you by Squarespace, Broken Remote Podcast.
Squarespace still around. I remember the name, and I don't remember what they did, but I wonder if they are still around because I haven't heard it as much anymore.
I feel like every other thing I watched, it's either advertised by Raid Shadow Legends, Squarespace, or like those Factor meals.
Oh,
and
I did.
All of them, I'm convinced, are losing absurd amounts of money. But we're not going to talk about that.
We did do Factor meals. And yes, they are good.
Oh, okay.
But they are expensive as fuck.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's just cash. Pure cash. which after a while you're just like, dude, this is too much. I can't keep spending this kind of money for meals that are big but not super big. And they bill it as though that these meals are very healthy. And when you flip it over, I cut out like 5 or 6 of these meals, the nutritional guide, and I brought them to my general practitioner when I went to go talk about my cholesterol and my blood work, and et cetera, et cetera.
All the good stuff.
And I handed him the nutritional cutouts, and I said, look at these and tell me, are these healthy? And he was like, this one, no, this one, no, this one, no, this one, maybe, but a lot of salt.
Spat out his water.
This
He's like,
one,
I wasn't even drinking anything. What the hell?
And then he just gave them back to me, and he goes, I don't know what those are, but you shouldn't be paying for those.
Yeah.
He goes, those aren't going to help you at all. He goes,
here's an ice cream sandwich. It's just as good for you at 1/5 the cost.
He goes, look at the back. He goes, it's all sugar. Like, even though they say it's healthy food, if you look at what this is and everything breaks down, it's ridiculous. You know, I think the carbohydrates or the saturated fats, some of these were like 50% in the given meal. And it was like, okay, it's only 500 calories, but it's 50% of your saturated fat for the day. Like, good luck with that. So, point being, everything seems to just be digging right into your pocket without remorse. You know, no lubrication either. They just are going after it.
Yeah, and then you try to get it off your credit card, but lo and behold, they got your information, so they're still going to charge you. But, you know, maybe if you don't want a meal, well, what are you going to do?
Which brings me to my next one, Jaws. Jaws is returning to the theaters for their 50th anniversary.
It's been in theaters, right?
I have not seen it in theaters, but I have seen the advertisement
Hollywood
for it
is
in
desperate
theaters.
to recapture that magic, dude. They're like, oh, fuck, China's beating us after all these years of us talking shit. Let's get the OG back in.
Okay, well, I am the idiot, right?
You're an idiot.
That's exactly what he is.
And I decided this would be a great thing to do with the family.
Oh,
And
God.
Allie thought so, too, and we said, okay. So it is.
Did you have plans to go to the beach next weekend too?
No, well, it is
Yeah.
next weekend. The 50th anniversary is next weekend in theaters only. And we just picked out one of the days that she had nothing going on. We weren't going to the beach. And I went and I bought 4 tickets. 4 tickets, count them. 2 adults and 2 children.
Yep.
And the grand total, $100.29.
Right.
I'm winning, baby! I'm winning! For Jaws. Now, granted, it's in 3D. It's in 3D.
3D.
But it's not Jaws 3D. It's Jaws in 3D.
Oh, so close.
I have seen Jaws this summer maybe 10 times for free. And now I'm going to pay $100 to go see it in the theater.
We got to see it in theater. Have your kids seen it before?
They've seen it on TV, but I don't know. It felt like such a great idea. And then when I got the bill, I just said, this is a serious, serious mistake. I don't know why I did this. But we're going anyway. We're going to do it to say that we did it. And we will never see Jaws in the theater again. I've never seen it in the theater. So this will be a first for me.
Yeah, and you got to capture that essence or whatever it is.
But as soon as I hit purchase,
crazy.
I just, in my head.
God damn it, Leroy.
I just really screwed that up.
I will. So we have been going to theaters like every week, me and the girlfriend, and she has been paying for those tickets. I will say, it's just like she's like, oh, we'll break even on this stuff because I'll take her to drinks or something afterward.
Sure.
Don't know how much it's been costing. Don't want to know how much it's been costing. I just know it's pricey because she was also getting like the popcorn when we walk in. We're not. We're like, maybe I'll bring in some Starburst. Be like, yeah, I'm getting one over on them. No, they won against me. That popcorn's fucking expensive. She burns through that in the first 5 minutes of the movie, and we're like, oh.
$10, whatever. The large soda, large popcorn's $20. It's basically $10 for each of them. Large popcorn, $10. For $10 you can get like a 40-pack at Costco, right? I mean, here it's just one big thing. I've just been taking soda bottles in my pocket, the typical 16 or 20 ounce, whatever they sell at the gas station. I'll just take one of those and just bring it in with me because at this point, I'm like, I'm gonna let the 18-year-old.
They just let you go in there, dude, with a full backpack now. They're like,
yeah, they don't care, right?
Like,
so
what am I doing? I'm getting paid minimum wage, dude. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be the hero if something's happening here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll buy the popcorn there because whatever, but I'm not going to pay the $10 for the sodas. So now I just bring it myself. It's like, forget it. But yeah, the prices are ridiculous. $100 for tickets. We haven't even bought popcorn yet. It was $23 for each one of the adult tickets and $20 for the kid tickets. So, I mean, crazy. So whether it is your cable subscription or your watch subscription or your shoe subscription or whatever new subscription you're buying into, it's infinitely more money tomorrow than it is today.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's fucking nuts.
They're making that bank, dude. You go to Freaky Friday, you think you're pulling one over on them. No, they got you by the balls.
Freaky Friday. Which the Freakier Friday, right?
Yeah, we watched that the other day. That was pretty fun. It was fun. It was a fun.
I heard it was okay. It was
the
okay.
The whole movie, we're watching it, and it was a fun, cute movie. Good job, Disney made one that didn't suck dick. Finally, it did suck dick, or not suck dick. Jamie Lee Curtis. Holy shit, her cans are gigantic. I did
really?
Not know
she was pimping them out in this movie?
Dude, the fucking outfit they throw her in. Literally after the movie, she's just like, oh my God, you're looking at another woman's boobs? And I'm like, did you not?
I can't help them.
No. She's just like, no, I was looking at them too. That was outrageous. They are. I'm just going to say, if she could do any other job in her life, she should be a pirate because she's packing some fucking cannons.
Well, you can see those cannons should you ever want to venture to the old school 1982 comedy Trading Places, where she shows them off. Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, and Jamie Lee Curtis in the holiday classic Trading Places, which, I mean, everybody and their brother has seen, but it's usually on syndication, so they never show the Jamie Lee Curtis shot. But yes, she flashes them in there as well. So, but I can't believe that they were, because she's 70 now? I don't even know how old she is. It's a good question. But she's in her elder years, so nothing wrong with girls, flashing their sexuality in the late ages. But for Activia girl, who primarily likes to, she's kind of like a big mouth right now. She's always complaining about something.
Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know. She's got that incredibly unattractive daughter who's trans or whatever it is.
Oh, does she have a trans daughter?
She is a trans. Do you look at the?
She's 66. That's how old she is.
You look at the woman that was formerly her son, and she's like, I have two beautiful daughters now. It's great. You can't even tell which one is trans. You look at a picture, and it's just kind of like one of those. Really?
Yeah. No, the Adam's apple.
That's great. You know what?
Adam's apple tells me which one is what used to be a boy.
I was just gonna say the fugly ass Shrek face, but that's we can go for that one too.
That might do too.
Her other daughter's fairly attractive, but then there's that one kid who you're just like, you. I don't think this is the fix you needed in life.
Well, in Hollywood, it is. It seems to be a rite of passage now.
That's how you fix things up.
Again, not to get into the politics of it, but it is weird just in my lifetime and your lifetime too, because the flip over from trans being kind of like a niche thing for select groups in the population to being this, I don't know, I flipped a coin yesterday and, it said I'm going to be a boy/girl tomorrow, It was like overnight. It's crazy. And you just see so much of it out of Hollywood. Yeah. Hollywood and athletes.
Well, I think, man, we're going to get canceled so fast. I'm assuming,
we're not ripping on them. We're just talking about it. There's nothing wrong with talking about it.
I think that it was just the popular thing of the last 10 years. The 70s, people really liked capri pants. The late 2010s, the early 2020s.
60s were bell bottoms.
Pants was really in. That's going to be at college parties. They're going to be, what's your outfit? Can't you tell? I'm a dude now. And then it's going to be one of those.
Well, that is very much the stance of. Do you ever listen to Megyn Kelly stuff? I don't listen to her all that often.
Oh God, am I becoming Megan Kelly? I changed my mind.
No. I'm just.
Don't
All I'm
make me
saying
scared.
is that she has it talked a little bit about that same kind of point in some of her stuff. Again, I don't listen to her all the time, but occasionally I tuned in, and she's big with women are women, and this whole gender what is it, amorphy or I don't know the technical term for it, but the normalization of everybody being able to just change their gender and say they are a different gender depending on how they feel in the day. And some kids are actually going through big surgical procedures, and some are not happy after the fact. So, but again, we don't want to get canceled, but this is something that is going on. I did not know Jamie Lee Curtis' daughter, son was one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that would fit the bill because I definitely want to say that Jamie Lee seems like she has a liberal lean. Whenever I hear her talk or in the public,
I feel like in that city, dude, you have to. You just probably have every other person. It's that South Park episode. Everyone's smelling their own farts.
Yeah,
and no one actually believes that they're all ruthless capitalists at the end of the day, looking to stomp on the little guy. But this is just the cool talking point.
Speaking of which,
thank you for coming to Will for cool hot topic opinions. Yeah, more 5.
He's just firing away. Just nothing but wins on the board. There's another one. There's another one and another one.
Yeah.
Did we talk about South Park when we last left? I don't even remember.
No, I don't think we really. I think we touched on it for a second, but they are. I mean, I haven't seen the 3rd episode. I don't know if it's come out yet.
I don't think the 3rd episode has. If it would, it would be tonight.
Right now, dude. They are 2 for 2. They are crushing it.
I would object. I would say that I don't know if I was a huge fan of the second one. The first one I thought was awesome.
Now, granted, I was at a bachelor party, so all the dudes just went to a room. We're like, let's just take like a half-hour break, watch this.
Did they really? I'm glad they're getting that kind of attention because they kind of fell off for a long while.
Oh, it was good. Like we all were just. Granted, it was like in the day. It wasn't like late at night where we're like, guys, let's all take a breather. It's 1 a.m. Let's all think about where we're at in life. This is like after breakfast, and we had access to it. But we were dying. I thought it was awesome. Like the woman who killed the dog, I forget her name, who apparently really did that and then was bragging about it in her book.
Oh, Christy Nome?
Yeah, something like Christy Nome, I think. Yeah, that was yikes.
She was the best part of the episode by far.
Oh, by far, yeah.
Yeah. Her shooting all the dogs.
That and the line where it was, it's like, there are a lot of nice Mexican people in heaven. And then you just see the ice cars just rolling up.
And then they're in heaven. That I thought was funny. But I don't know. It felt to me where they usually stay on the sidelines, and forever they stated they weren't doing Trump anymore because you couldn't make Trump funnier than he was. And then in the first episode that they brought him back, they definitely, they cashed in there.
Oh, they went all in. Yeah, they were like, we've been holding back for like all these years, and at this point. That said, their like jokes about him were just so juvenile, and yet like Family Guy's been trying to go after the guy, and like this, like everyone and their mother's been making like these stupid cartoon versions of Trump for the last like 12 years, whatever it's been at this point. For some reason, it seems the only one that pisses him off is the South Park one, because they're just been like, no, we're not going to talk about his politics or anything. Like, we're just going to say he's a small dick.
Yeah, constantly. That's it.
Yeah.
Which is so awesome.
And it just fucking works. It's pissing him off, and it's hilarious.
Well, and they just keep bringing it up. It's just him and Satan, and he's got a small penis.
This place is disgusting. I want to go home.
Yeah, and he can't. And Satan's trapped. But the Fantasy Island riff at the end of the episode was also fucking awesome.
Yeah, they had some great ones.
Where they made J.D. Vance the little, I don't even know, the little island guy.
Do this.
I forgot the island guy's name. I didn't watch Fantasy Island at all. Ricardo Montalban, he was the lead guy, right? He was Trump. But I forgot who the little islander was that always accompanied him. But that ended up being J.D. Vance, and I thought it was a very well done riff. So kudos to South Park on that one. Although, on a whole, I didn't like the second one as much. I didn't laugh at the second one as much as I did on the first one. But the master debater thing was indeed awesome.
That was so funny.
Yeah, that was great. I mean,
that was so good.
They have a knack for finding these angles, and even though they're there, the regular person just doesn't see them, and these guys somehow, just pinpoint it. It falls in their radar, in their scopes, and they just go after it, and they're just great at it. So, but I don't know. I think the next one would be tonight if there was one. And again, I don't know if there is. They did 2 weeks in between last time, right? Because like you said, and I don't know if that's accurate, and I don't know if you will know either, but so episode 3, there is going to be one tonight, episode 3. It's called Sycophancy, Towelie Goes to Washington, D.C.
Oh, that'll be fun.
That's going to be
I'm
fantastic.
excited for that.
So I imagine they're probably going to be doing the federalization of the police force and something to that extent is what I would imagine is going on. But it could be a whole, they could go anywhere with that. But there will be a new one this week. There was that 1 week in between that they didn't do anything. Maybe there wasn't one. I think they're doing it every other week now. And I think last week what they did was they pumped on the app, Paramount Plus that is, the best of South Park. And they had a whole library of favorite episodes. One being Awesemo, which is still my favorite of all time.
Yeah, Osmo's still peak.
Awesemo's
that
fantastic.
One, the baseball one. They're just they had a couple of years there where they weren't as strong. I still watched them, still liked them, but yeah.
Yeah, there was a good stretch that. Now I will say that from '96 to probably 08, 09. I did not miss an episode, and the show made me laugh harder than any other show on TV or any movie. There were some movies that were very hysterical, still are, Hangover, etc. But South Park was the continual laugh producer, and then they kind of fell off a little bit. But now I'm super enjoying their stuff like I used to back in the day. So kudos to them. Although, as Trump says, these guys are not funny. They haven't been funny for years. I don't know why people continue to enjoy these guys.
Yeah.
Terrible Trump, but you get the picture.
I know. It was still good. The whole thing with Craig doing the podcast and just that was funny. I thought
you
that
guys
was
are stealing my shit.
Yeah. You stealing my stuff.
You're stealing my stick, all of you.
Why? It's because lesbians aren't real, and you believe that, and that's why you're thinking this. It's like, what?
And they brought back as we were doing the terrible terrible imitations here, they brought back the bank guy, which was also awesome.
Yeah, that was great too.
I just need my nut. And he goes, let's see what we can do here, and we can drop this, and we can kill all your subscriptions, and it's still $8,000 a month. But that was great to see him return because the banker is always welcome. Gives a great foil to the rest of the characters. Yeah. Now you said you were going to the movies. Did you see anything other than Freaky or Friday?
I've seen a lot of the stuff that's in the. What have I seen, dude? Let me see. I've seen.
Well, we covered Superman.
My friend and I were supposed to see Fantastic Four this week. And
still haven't seen it.
We just we want to watch it, but it's just so not a high priority.
Well, I think they're pulling it from. I think they're pulling it from theaters.
Oh, they are.
I think they're moving it to digital.
Guess I get to watch it for free on Disney Plus. Then, oh no.
Well, that was the story this week about Superman. Is that they moved Superman to digital already?
Well, yeah, he was saying it was something about Peacemaker, which the theater went to see Freaky Friday went. They did a premiere for Peacemaker, so we saw John Cena for a hot second. That was cool.
Wasn't Peacemaker a show though, or
it's a show, but it's James Gunn did both. So he's fuck it, they're in the same universe and all that other nonsense.
Yeah, well, he was in Superman, right?
Yeah, he was there for that hot second there, and he was fun in that other show that I forget the name of, Suicide Squad, the good version of the movie, not the bad one. But what was your take on it? Because, dude, I've heard so many different things about Fantastic Four. I've heard people that are it was surprisingly good, but then these are also the same people that,
Well, if you're out of it now and not going to care, then
yeah, I don't care. Go for it. I'll be honest. I read the plot synopsis because I was vaguely interested.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did Galactus look like? Okay, cool. And that was basically
So I went to go see it by myself because it was a Sunday and I was going to SummerSlam later that afternoon. And so I had a couple hours to kill and I decided I wanted to go see it because I wanted to see it in the theaters. You know, I do like the Marvel Universe and I'm pulling for them even though it is really lost at sea right now. So I went in there, sat down, and all excited to see this 60, this recreation of a 60s America, and I was bored out of my mind within the first 30 minutes.
Damn, okay. Not the Incredibles that everyone was comparing it to?
No, I don't. I've read both sides of the aisle, and I've read the positive reviews and the negative reviews, and I side way more with the negative reviews because it's just, yeah, sure.
But Doctor Doom is Robert Downey Jr. at the very end, dude. Oh
Yeah,
my
even
God.
though it's not him, right? It's just some random guy.
No, they're gonna tie it together. Trust me, Marvels are expert storytellers. They're definitely not on the back foot.
But here are the things. Some of these things we talked about in the show, I remember, but we'll revisit them here because they're topical. So I had an issue when I first saw the Silver Surfer, and they made the Silver Surfer a female, right?
Yeah.
Or non-binary with long hair. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't care. Yeah.
And so, because my familiarity with the Silver Surfer, as is many people, is that the Silver Surfer is a dude. Now, I know after doing research, there is a female Silver Surfer, but whatever. Nobody knows that. Nobody remembers that. The Silver Surfer, everybody knows, is a guy. Period. Done. So they do that change, and then she randomly comes in, without any
marked for death.
Yes, without any forewarning, and she just basically moves the plot along by saying, "Oh, even though we're not going to say why, your planet's marked for death, and you're all going to die. Enjoy your time with your loved ones, and then Galactus is going to come here and just destroy everything." So the reason, ultimately, they made her a girl is because, of course, they did a love interest story with Johnny Blaze and Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. And so he gets infatuated with her, and then they have this, argument, and he pleads to her emotions, and then she vanishes. And then at the very last second, she comes to save the day, and obviously contributes.
They did exactly what they did in the movie from 20 years ago. That's so cool.
Oh, it was.
That's so original. They took that horrible Fantastic Four 2 movie, and they did the same thing, but they did it right this time.
Oh, it just was so infuriating. And then... So,
do you know what's going
Susan
on?
Storm, the woman saved the day, behind all means, and it was just, and Pedro Pascal did not work. I'm sorry. The Pedro Pascal thing is now...
I heard people liked him.
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Nobody liked him. Nobody liked him, and if they said they liked him, they're just a Marvel fanboy that doesn't want to, cross company lines. But the fact is that Pedro Pascal in that role of Reed Richards was horrific. Terrible. He was fucking terrible.
Very different from what I was hearing. But
and the guy who played the Thing was terrible. And I like that actor. This wasn't... that actor, in everything that he does, he has this soft anger. I don't know how else to put it. Mm-hmm. But he's not like a raging hothead.
But there's something simmering?
Yeah, he's always simmering, And so in this movie... the Thing is like a brash asshole kind of New Yorker, right? He's got a big mouth on him, and fucking this guy just doesn't pull it off. And so you're sitting there, you're Reed Richards is not right.
I remember
right.
liking the original Fantastic Four movie, the one that was from the early 2000s. That was pretty meh. If I remember, even as a kid, I was like, this movie's kind of whatever.
With McMahon.
McMahon
is Dr. Doom. McMahon is Dr. Doom. Jessica Alba as the Invisible Woman.
Yeah, that one. But the guy who played the Thing, he was the main actor from The Shield.
Chickless.
Yeah, Chickless. I remember liking him a lot as the Thing.
They should have brought him back.
A great arc.
They should have brought him back.
Yeah, he crushed it. I remember distinctly, and I mean, part of me is just like, why don't you just do that again? You're bringing all these other guys. You're bringing like fucking Alan Cummings back as Nightcrawler for the
Right. Yeah.
Avengers Secret War movie. Like, why not just go all in on those cards?
That is a great fact by you, but unfortunately, when it comes down to Marvel and anything Disney,
That is not how this works!
they don't do that stuff, right? They just pick and choose.
No, they're gonna throw probably $1 billion at these two Avengers movies because they are so desperate for a win.
And I just read a whole bunch of shit out of the Avengers movies Avengers Doomsday, where things are not working, allegedly. And
Well, someone got in a fight, right? I heard that. I saw that earlier today too.
yeah, I had been reading that basically Robert Downey Jr. is on set, losing his mind, telling everybody that nothing they're shooting is working, and basically is calling like author rights and just saying like, no,
Wow.
we're redoing this my way.
I
Again,
would like to give him.
I'm not a Hollywood insider, but that's what I hear.
Yeah.
And so once you hear all that kind of shit coming out of a movie, I tend to believe it nowadays.
I was gonna say, dude, I would like to say like, oh, he's being a dramatic actor, but one, I mean, he's also not been in that many great movies recently. But what was the point that I was going to make? Then forgot. I was gonna say, dude, they've just been getting like shellacked for the last like 10 movies in a row, and they have like maybe a good win every now and again, but it's kind of sucking dick for them.
Well, look, Thunderbolts, which is the new Avengers, and then
Which was a good movie. But like also they're getting absolutely housed.
Right. Well, didn't work. Went to digital quick, and now Fantastic Four, which also had the same kind of reception. Good, maybe not great, but a solid addition. Also, like, just didn't resonate with the fans, and there was no repeat business. It was a one and done. But that's kind of what happened with Superman 2 was a one and done. And I just wonder if it's a thematic movie industry issue, where people don't really care. They know they can sit at home. It's coming to digital within 3 months.
I think that's exactly it. Like, it's going to be literally the easiest thing to get if you just wait half a day.
Right, because all of this stuff is just going to land on the streamers anyway. So for somebody like me, the asshole that pays for Peacock, pays for Paramount.
You got to be that guy and you're set.
Pays for Disney. Like, I'm going to get these things anyway. I'm paying.
Why do I care about getting this today? Yeah, why do I want to spend $40 to go in the theater for just myself to have food?
Right, and I still do it because it's an event that I enjoy and I like. It's something to do with the kids, but it definitely is getting to the point now, especially in the past 3 years, where it's okay, do we really want to see this movie? Because if we don't, then we might as well just stay here. Because there's no point in spending $120 for a family of 4 to go see a fucking movie.
It's crazy. I mean, listen, I like the Superman movie here, but I mean, part of me is also just like the way I'm looking at Fantastic Four. Do I want to watch this in theaters? Like my girlfriend even was just going like, when we're looking at movies to see, she's like, I don't want to see this. Superman, I can be talked into absolutely.
Sure.
I have less than zero urge to watch that. And what am I going to say? Like, no, this time they're going to get it. I know the last 5 Marvel movies we saw were really mid, but this time they're going to do it.
Now it's going to work.
Yeah, have faith in them, I swear.
This is the one. Yeah, I'm unsure what the future is going to hold for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think it's going to be positive. I'm reading heroichollywood.com here.
I'm so curious what the fight was. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about the Robert Downey Jr. I heard there was an altercation or something on or off set between 2 big actors on it.
Says here, Avengers Doomsday rumor reveals behind-the-scenes issues involving Robert Downey Jr. Headline, sub-slug is Avengers Doomsday might be cooked. Is Robert Downey Jr. causing some major drama? The latest rumor suggests the Avengers Doomsday may be in some major turmoil due to the franchise's star. One of the most controversial decisions that Marvel's ever made is bringing him back.
Yeah, that's not a bad sign. We're like, oh, let's get our main guy back. Yeah, because we're just this desperate for attention.
Speaking on the Hot Mic podcast, go check out the Hot Pod Hot Mic podcast if you want to hear this in real time. Jeff Schneier reveals that the star's ego is causing issues on the set. The rumor suggests that the project has had to go through some major reshoots and that tensions are still high as filming continues on. They had a body double and a face double, and Robert would stand outside the scene reading the lines. And apparently, after 2 or 3 weeks, he said, "This isn't working. I want to shoot the whole thing with me in the suit." The dysfunction I've heard about on set I've heard about on set in second only.
Probably right though.
It might be right.
He's probably like, this is weird as shit. People like the original Iron Man when I was in the suit. The CGI sucks dick. Everyone's getting annoyed by it. It's like every YouTube video is how bad their CGI looks now. I don't know. Maybe I like Robert Downey Jr. too much, so I'm giving him like a way too benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've been fucking up so much recently. Part of me is just going like, maybe he's right.
Maybe. I think that, as we've talked about, similar to this Star Wars universe, I think the biggest issue here is when you take an IP and you take it too far. It's not that you run out of ideas, but sometimes you just get married to an idea that doesn't work, that it leads you so far astray from the audience's expectations and desires, and then these Hollywood executives just get married to the fact that they can't take an L. The only reason they took the L on Kang was because they were forced to.
Yeah. Oh wait, what? Something happened with him?
Yeah, I know.
Where's Jonathan Majors? He was having a great career.
He was rocking and rolling, boy.
He was crushing it.
I think he even married that chick too.
Did he really?
I thought he got together or got engaged or got married to the girl that caused all the issues for him. So, and I was like, oh, there's him trying to get back to. It was kind of like, do you remember the NFL player Ray Rice? That ultimately it was either his wife or he married her, but just slugged the girl.
Baby, I didn't mean that. I'm so in love with you. I get so emotional. Don't you talk back to me.
Shut your mouth. Well, Ray Rice just slugged her, knocked her out cold, dragged her into the elevator.
But did you think it's because he loved her so much?
Oh, I'm sure.
I think, yeah, it's definitely what it was.
And that basically was the end of his career because it was caught on video, I think at Revel, which was it's no longer there, I don't think, but it was a casino down in Atlantic City. And they closed, and I think somebody who was in the video room had access to the video and then leaked it. And that basically was the end of Ray Rice's career, even though the girl ended up marrying him. And so she tried to marry the same thing.
Well, maybe if she just loved him more like he asked, it wouldn't have been a problem. I mean, God, everyone's just so needy nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's wild.
I think The Rock said, what The Rock used to say? Oh, that's right. Shut your mouth and know your role. Although
what a treat.
Probably it isn't applicable in this situation, but you never know. But yeah, so Jonathan Majors and the only reason that they saved that Kang disaster was because he got in trouble and they had to get rid of it. But now this Doomsday disaster is all him.
How could he have gotten in trouble? He was such a great, No, I don't know. I'm going to trust Robert Downey Jr. I just feel, granted, he's probably also getting paid more money than God, and I'm sure whatever he's getting paid is based on what how much this movie is actually earning at the end of the day. So that may also be part of it. He also probably just wants to make sure he's in a good fucking movie, and he's tied so much to the Marvel brand. I'm just giving him every excuse in the book here, but it's just.
You are coming up with basically everything, but
I was going to say, yeah.
The fact is that Marvel is dying for a win, and it seems that the entire Marvel fan base has more or less just checked out. And I guess the question becomes, is it because the story basically completed and nobody was interested in anything post that? Or has the post...
That's it. It's like when there's a good video game company and there's like a franchise everyone loves, eventually people just move on, but the franchise still exists. It's just under new management.
Yeah, it was such an investment and the things after. But look, Spider-Man No Way Home ended up being a great success. Although a
I
lot
think
of
Spider-Man might be. I mean, like Spider-Man is just like
It's
he's
like
the
Batman.
superhero. Yeah. Like his movies are always going to do well. It's like Superman. Like DC is just like this is going to do well. It's Superman. Which is why I'm just like all these other movies that exact franchise is making. Like we're going to make a Swamp Thing movie. Like you sure about that?
Oh yeah, I saw. Oh, was it Swamp? Oh no, Toxic Avenger is coming out, and people were plugging Toxic Avenger. I think Peter Dinklage is in it, and
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. Yeah, he's gonna yell about the Snow White dwarves again while he's doing it.
did he have something about the Snow White dwarves where he was going nuts?
Not thrilled that they were doing real little people for the dwarves, and then all the little people actors in Hollywood are going like, dude, we know you made it big. The rest of us are not doing so hot.
We still need help. We still need help.
Yeah, how about you don't take this from us, please?
Well, the movies that are out right now. Did you see Weapons? I have not. I heard it was
No,
good.
I've not. I've heard it's amazing, supposedly.
And Josh
That's
Brolin signed into it, so I'm good. I'm good on that end because he usually does good stuff. Way after the fact, but I recently, in the past month and a half, saw what was the movie he did? The big. It was down in Mexico, and it's not Serpico. That's the old school 70s, 80s movie.
Yeah.
What was the Sicario? I just recently saw Sicario. Have you ever seen Sicario?
No, it's Sicario.
Oh, Sicario is awesome, dude. If it's still on Netflix, and it was the other day because I had my son watch it. Sicario is just fan-fucking-tastic. One of the best kind of like cop-fed drug thrillers I've ever seen. It was so good. I guess they kind of same thing as Den of Thieves in a certain regard, but way better, just way better. And the whole movie, you're just like on the edge of your seat trying to figure out what's going on, and it's kind of almost uncomfortable. And what's funny about it is that that's exactly the way they want you to feel. And then you don't really kind of find out what's going on until the end. And even at that, you're kind of like, okay, kind of, maybe. What did I just see? I'm not quite sure. It was awesome. It was really great.
I've never heard of this movie. I've been hearing more about Roblox's chaos, like we were saying earlier. Than I've heard about this movie.
Yeah. So we'll hop off and we'll head over to video games because this was another story that Will just mentioned. My kid mentioned it to me end of last week, and I had not heard a thing about it. But Roblox is basically just a kid-touching haven.
Oh, they are having a gay old time, if you will.
Yeah, see what he did there. But it's true, I guess.
Yeah, but it's true.
But it's true. And
But
I guess
sadly, everything we're saying here is not in fact a joke. It is actually tragic.
Very tragic, except not for the stock price because
No, dude, that was oh my god, yeah.
That's the real story here. So when Roblox came out, people couldn't believe they went incorporated, but everything goes incorporated nowadays, right? So they're just a video game. How can a video game, go in the stock market? Yet it does, and it rocketed up all the way, like in the COVID craze, to, I don't know, 140, 150, and then just absolutely kerplunked. Just crashed into nowhere. Has now had a meteoric rise and is up in the 140s yet again. So, and I think it went down to the 20s, so you could have bought in and got like basically a 7 multiplier on your money. So now it's up at all-time highs, and all of a sudden, there's a kid, a streamer.
Yeah.
Do you know his name?
Like Schwebel or something? It's something weird like that is his name.
Schwebel, Schlepp, something like that. This YouTuber basically decides...
He's become like a literal vigilante.
Yes!
So what he's doing is he is going on Roblox, and for those who don't know what this is, it's like some online site that kids will go on and plays these crazy avatars, and like no one knows who you really are. You're just playing this Lego-looking figure. And it's this haven for pedophiles to pretend they're little kids, and then they just will trap people. And this Schwebel guy is basically going undercover, finding them, and I think resulted in 5 to 6 actual arrests of pedophiles or something crazy.
Yes, I think it was 6, and he basically lines up these, kid touchers or wannabe kid touchers, with real addresses, but to meet fake individuals that he pretends to be. And that these kid touchers go thinking they're going to meet. It's basically the same thing as To Catch a Predator. But this kid's doing it in Roblox.
Yeah, but
right?
it's real life. Yeah, and it's in Roblox, I guess. So it's very digital. Chris Hansen.
It's very right. It's the video game Chris Hansen is this kid Schlepper, whatever his name is. So he basically gets 6 kids arrested, and Roblox ends up kicking him out.
Which is so funny. They haven't just kicked him out, dude. They have gone scorched earth on this dude.
Yeah.
He is like that. You can't mention his name on Roblox. Anything that's like, so people can like make maps that are like honoring this guy because he was doing something, relatively noble. And like they're banning those maps. They're not banning like the things that have to do with pedophilia, mind you, which is apparently huge on Roblox. They're banning the dude and everything that has to do with his name.
It's crazy.
His name is apparently like the same priority of bad on the server as like actual racial slurs. Like you get insta-banned for using it.
All because why? Because this kid was trying to save real kids, because he's not a kid, he's in his 20s or something like that, late 20s or early 20s. But all because he was trying to save actual real kids from getting, sodomized.
Well, the funny part was because, like, you hear the story, and part of you are just like, well, okay, but, like, that's what you're saying, and you're probably just assuming a lot of this. And then the CEO came out and, like, one acknowledged that he's aware of the situation. But what was worse was he was like, listen, when you have this big of an industry or a company, you really got to choose between, like, what's right and profit. And he said,
did he say that?
He said basically that. It is not exactly that, but the sad part is I'm not taking too many liberties. He said something roughly the same as that with like the same words. I'm not just pulling shit out of thin air. And not great. Not sure who taught him PR.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not the responses that you want to give.
No.
Especially in this environment.
It turns out, like, if we took, like, listen, this house is kept up on this, all the walls are filled with cockroaches. And what, you want to get rid of all the cockroaches that are keeping the structure of this house from falling over? Want me to get rid of those? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't. Let's see what the stock price is now, because like we said, now do you know when he gave those statements? In the past couple weeks?
I think it was literally the last couple weeks. What was their stock price? Their ticker symbol is PDFI. Yeah.
PD. Yeah, no, here it is. It is down at 118. Let's go out to
really
the daily
taking
chart.
On the chin there, huh, guys? Really.
So it pops up from 120 end of July. In beginning of August, it has a one-day pop-up up to 150, up from 120.
Nice.
So that was a nice pop. And then it comes back down to 130. And then the past 4 days, it dropped from 130 to 120. So it's back to where it was prior to what I guess must have been earnings, because that was on July 31st, because there was a lot of activity. It had it closed at 122-ish the day before, and then opened at 150, fell to 140, and has been going down ever since. So I would imagine all these comments and everything came down in the past, week and change. But another thing that I read, and I think it was their global head of security, maybe, but there was somebody in the security department that I think the quote was something to the effect of, if you're not comfortable with your kid playing video games, then just have them. If you're not comfortable with him playing Roblox, take him off.
Guys, have you thought about being better parents? Like, come on. I wouldn't let my kid play Roblox.
Right.
You're the CFO.
If you're not comfortable, then just take the device away from him.
Now we're supposed to monitor our product. Oh, why? My kid got touched online.
It's really and I don't know. I don't watch a lot of news. I've done a really good job of staying away from it in the recent, 3-4 months. But I definitely have not seen it anywhere.
Have you guys thought of not being such whiners? Jeez.
Would
you
guys
are really harshing this up right now.
Shut your mouths and know your roles?
Yeah, I'm trying to have a good time right now, and you guys are kind of harshing the vibe.
You're killing it, man. This drama, it's really kind of mid. I don't know why you guys are making such a big deal about this shit, bro.
Guys, it's like, it's not a big deal. Like, yeah, your kids are getting touched, but have you seen this fucking fat bonus I'm getting thanks to all these new members that are oddly the ages of 35 and up? I don't know why they're in all these 12-year-old chat rooms, but who knows? I'm having a great time.
I'm going through headlines right here. MSNBC has a story on it now. Gulfnews.com, whatever the hell that is, Kuwait to ban Roblox amid rising concerns over child safety. Is Roblox really shutting down after the backlash and ongoing scrutiny? That's from Times of India. What the hell are these sites that are pulling up in this news thread? This is because I'm using, I love the idea of the site DuckDuckGo, but
I was going to say my mom uses DuckDuckGo for the exact reason. And
their news.
Everything I hear about, I'm like, it seems kind of bad.
Their news scans are just such dog shit. It's just amazing. Let's see what happens when I go to Google. I'm going to get a completely different news feed. Times News of Asia. Like, who cares? Here's the Kuwait ban, though. But there's the MSNBC. Roblox getting worse from Wired. Forbes 5 days ago. Louisiana sues Roblox as controversy over child safety and banning continues. PC Gamer. Roblox changes policies on romantic and sexual content after promises better. But yeah, there's just story after story. So parents applaud mom's video telling her 7-year-old son why he can't play addicting Roblox anymore. That was 1 day ago. That was
Mom, I'm trying to play with my really cool friend.
Yeah.
He's so old and cool and badass.
It's amazing. But my son my youngest, used to play Fortnite all the time. I loved it because I would join in, and me, him, and his older brother, my oldest son, we would all play together as teams. And then slowly that just started to fade. My oldest son kind of got out of Fortnite. He didn't care anymore. And then my youngest son just started playing with all of his friends and just kicked out his dad. You fucking asshole. Shut up, Cartman. And then now his friends got off of Roblox or got off of Fortnite and went to Roblox, and now that's all they do. It's constant.
That's just it. Like, what are you gonna do? Play like you're gonna be the guy who finds like a brand new game that we're all gonna play? No, you're not gonna be that guy as a young kid. You're gonna play the game that all your friends are doing.
Yeah,
that their older brothers showed them.
Right.
That is how this works.
And it's true. And sure enough, I'm just left out in the cold, and I don't even play Fortnite anymore now because it's kind of like, all right, well, I'm not going to play with my kids.
I just play like that Apex game with the boys, but that's it. I can't go on Fortnite and get rocked by
Apex Legends.
God help me. Apex Legends.
Yeah, no, I tried that one, but I had invested too much time and effort into knowing how Fortnite.
That's why I avoid Fortnite. I played one time with my younger cousin. He was just like moving around the map in ways I could not even conceive of, and I just gave up.
Yeah, I mean it was
not for me.
It was a lot of fun, and I had a great time with it. But ultimately, without my kids playing, it was kind of like, all right, I'm really going to do this.
Doing this for?
I'm going to do this by myself. Like, I don't know, that's kind of stupid. So I just got out of it. But yeah, so they play Roblox all the time, and I don't know. He's playing with all of his friends. And I can't sit there and monitor it all the time. Here is the bottom line for being a parent trying to monitor kids playing video games is that you just can't do it. It's impossible. Unless they're playing self-contained games or games where they have no interaction with other people. They're just going to get exposed to the nutsos that are out in society.
Yeah.
You can't.
It is interesting to think of the amount of very fast growing up that is going to happen to those poor, that next generation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe not a good way either. It's just going to be oh, you were exposed to some dark shit way before you were supposed to.
Yeah, and that's the risk I feel is with my youngest, who's now 10, as opposed to my oldest at 14, where, I don't know, it really didn't. He was kind of in a safe space, even though there was probably plenty of stuff he could get involved with. It wasn't in line with the interest of him and his age group at the time. But then again, who knows? But my youngest, he was playing Gorilla Tag on the VR, and then all of a sudden I'm just hearing the stuff coming out of the Gorilla Tag, and I'm like, yeah, you're not playing that anymore. Like, take that off. That, like, I used to play Call of Duty, and I heard the N-bomb more times than one.
I was going to say, yeah, you hear it from the youngest, whitest kid.
Yeah,
like, you're like, dude.
When I first started playing Call of Duty a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I would ultimately end up plugging the headphone in to my Xbox controller and then letting it just sit on the ground because I just couldn't take listening to people anymore.
Words of hate have been issued by 12-year-olds playing COD far more than any Confederate soldier ever dared to utter during that war.
For sure. That place has been a cesspool, as is probably ever. Have you seen the videos? I guess Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront is having a resurgence in the past, 6 months. I don't know if you've seen that, but I guess
no.
The usage is ticked up. And so they turned some part of it off, but another part, they've been going, for whatever reason, I think they had a sale on it, if I remember right. And so they saw utilization go up. But there's been videos now of everybody going around, and it's just players in there taking their blasters because you can blast the wall and then leave a scar mark, just spelling the most horrific things that you can think of. And it's like, the one video I saw was like, why is Han Solo such a racist? And he's just drawn N.
Horrible things being written. Oh, God.
F-A.
Man, don't you love young children? They are just so well hinged together.
It's just crazy because they're so young and immature in one regard, and then they're exposed to such horrific shit on the other. It's because my kids are not where I was maturity-wise when we were growing up, only because they're just in a different spot. Like, they were just sheltered way more, way younger.
And also, feel like when we were growing up, there was, the gaming thing was just starting to take off when I was that age. But, you still were interacting with people enough face-to-face where now you can talk so much shit without any physical repercussion being threatened.
Yes.
Where before, if I talk shit, this guy's gonna punch me in the face.
You're never getting punched in the face, Will.
I get it now. Okay.
I'm gonna yap, and just be an asshole, and then all of a sudden, I just got rocked in the face. My nose is bleeding, and I'm embarrassed. So, all right. So, what do you got going for this week? We have any plans on the agenda? We got 2 weeks here before Memorial Day. We'll try to hook up next week.
I was saying Memorial. I got nothing. Is there movies in theaters that we're watching? What's new?
My kid already saw it, but I want to go see Nobody 2. I was looking at that one.
Ooh, that one will be fun. I like the first one a lot.
Yeah, the first one was great. The second one I'm looking forward to seeing.
I watched that John Wick spinoff. That was fun with Anna de Armas. That was really.
Oh, I have not seen that one.
It is so dumb, but the action scenes are so good. And let's be honest, that's what you're there for.
Yes, for sure.
You're there for the plot? What are you, stupid? Yeah, come on.
You're not going to go see the Sydney Sweeney movie that just absolutely bombed at the box office?
What movie would you see it?
She came out with some new movie. I don't know what it is.
She was in all that scandal with that fight with Lizzo for that stupid jeans ad, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life.
Yes, yeah. There was that whole thing, and then in the meantime, she got in a fight with Lizzo, I think, but Beyonce at the same time then launched a Gap commercial with similar kind of advertising pictures, and people were like, oh, and then it became kind of a black-white thing, and then you're like, all right, I'm out of here. I can't
was
do
gonna say,
this.
I'm checking out. Yeah, she's like, this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah. But now everybody is shitting on Sydney Sweeney, and that story's kind of cooled down over the past couple of weeks.
I don't know. People just need something to hate every 5 seconds. And
yeah, for sure. But in the meantime, she came out with a movie, and then people were like, oh, the movie bombed, and is this a reflection of, her hanging out? Or
I didn't even know she was in a movie recently.
Yeah, well, her not hanging out, but her involving herself in this American Eagle ad. But let's see, Sydney Sweeney. Meanwhile, she came out with a movie that bombed, movie bomb. Let's see. Sydney Sweeney's new movie, Americana, bombs at the box office. This was on the Hill. I don't know. This might be a leftist publication. But where was it? It reeled in an estimated $25 million over the weekend. And that was it.
I feel like movies nowadays are especially either you are going to make that money back or you are going to.
Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, hold on. This is even worse. No, those were the 25 million, 14.5 million, 9.3 million were the opens for Weapons, Freakier Friday, and Nobody 2. Americana opened to an estimated $500,000.
Get that cheddar. Ooh.
That is awful. After debuting in 1,100 nationwide theaters.
God, that is not ideal, dude.
Yeah, that is not ideal at all. But I am not going to be seeing that. We've already saw War of the Worlds. As I text you, and after we had our podcast here talking about War of the Worlds, I did watch War of the Worlds again with my entire family. So, and that was just phenomenal. They pointed out a couple of things that we didn't even point out, namely that the Secretary of Defense is just playing golf the whole time, which I thought was hysterical. He never leaves the golf course, even after the aliens attack. Naked Gun came out. The remake of that, a friend of mine saw it, said it was not as good as the old ones, but was very funny and was faithful the best it could. Obviously, the Americana thing, I just saw that. Fantastic Four. Off of movies, as we're punching out here, one thing I wanted to ask if you saw, we could talk about it next time if you did, but have you watched Alien Earth at all?
No, I'm not. I've heard very mixed things about it. I heard the first episode or two were awesome, and then it very quickly gets weird in a not great way.
Are you an Alien fan is the question.
I respect the franchise, but I think there's more. It's like Star Wars, where now, I think there's more duds than there are classics.
Way more duds. If you liked Alien and Aliens, I would give this one a shake. I would try this one out. I like it. I don't love it. I love the way they made it look. Timothy Olyphant is awesome in it. He's just fucking phenomenal. I just don't know if I'm on board with the overall story, but I'm gonna give it a little leeway here to see if they can tie things together well. They're kind of all over the place right now, and I'm not sure where I'm at with it, but I'm gonna let it go. So, all right. Well, we'll punch out. You go watch out some content. Grab your girl, and you guys keep going and just digesting what's out there. I'll do the same. Yeah. And then same bat time, same bat channel. We will reconvene here, and we will attack it all and just shovel ourselves full of this goodness that is content. All right, dude. With that said, we are out of here. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
Godspeed, brother.